Hi everyone, welcome back to Wander Freely. Today we kind of have the worst of it.
Very rainy out. Very gloomy.
Gloomy and rainy. It's just what everybody thinks of when they wake up in the morning and it's pouring down rain and it's kind of like that first colder day of the fall and it's damp and there's a chill and it's muddy and everything's soaked and it's a steady rain. Everyone's like, man, I really wish I was camping.
Oh, totally.
I mean, I just wish I was
fun camping, like a downpour.
I know.
Awesome.
So the good news is, as an RVer, you obviously don't have to deal with it as bad as you do in a tent. We have done that in tents and wanted. Well, it's been bad, but
we've ended camping trips days early because of tent camping in the rain. We don't mess around with that.
No.
The forecast says rain for days. We're packing it up.
Look, every camper has their limits, all right? That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But in the RV, obviously, it's a lot better. However, today we actually have a moving day, and the odds of this happening, the good thing about RVing full-time is that for the most part, typically you're spending a lot of time out west and in the south, and so there aren't that many days when it's raining. You get a lot of clear sky, clear blue sky days. So you just don't even have to,
sunshine.
Right, you don't even have to really consider it.
You know, we woke up and it was raining, but we're just not used to, I don't make a habit of checking the forecast on travel days because we never did. Like, we just, we set up our travel days for when we had to do it, and, the weather's the weather. And most times it was really nice.
It was very, very nice.
Not so much today.
No. Today it's rain, it's pouring, and cold, like I said. So, because it's also dropped in temperature, Chris also checked the tires again. We usually do that, okay, let's just say on average probably like once a month, wouldn't you say? Except when we're traveling a lot. Like when earlier on in our, like 2 years ago, we were really traveling, covering a lot of miles. I think you checked it more often then.
Yeah, I'd probably check it, once every 2 weeks max.
Yeah.
Because, every few days we were traveling. So, I was checking it a lot.
So he was checking it a lot at that point in time. But because of the drop in the temperature today, he checked them, and of course everything is low. So Chris has the added bonus of filling all the tires in the rain.
Because I didn't plan ahead, now I'm filling all the tires in the downpour before we go. So
we thought you'd like to join us for the fun. No, really, we just wanted you to show you that, like, this is the worst of it.
It's not all sunny days.
It's not all sunny days, but if this is the worst of it, it's still really not that bad, And really, you could change your plans, but we're not going to change our plans. We're going to go ahead and move today.
That's right.
We are also staying in a more wooded campground, so that also means that Chris has to check the slide cover.
Yeah, I'll get up on the roof. We have a little window up there that I can look out, and I do see there's branches and debris on the slide cover, so we don't want any of that stuff tearing the slide cover.
Now you're going to get to see what this looks like on a pouring down, cold day.
We'll just say it's a nice, refreshing rain.
Yeah, refreshing. And if you look at our slide here, the slide cover, foot keeps slipping. If you look at our slide cover, it had leaves and some branches on it. So Chris decided that he has to sweep it off. You can see what he's using there. He just uses a brush, the same brush that we use actually to wash the RV when we wash it. And now, so you don't want to wrap that stuff up. You don't want to bring your slide in and have those things wrap up in your slide cover. Your slide cover is there to protect the slide itself from having branches and things damage it and get in there. And when you bring it in, you don't want to cause any damage. But even the slide cover, you don't want to allow branches or leaves up there. It's just not good for the cover itself. But in order to get those things off, usually on travel days, Chris checks. What's nice for us is that we do have that window. Ooh, did I make you a little dizzy there? We love this window in our RV. Sits right up at above our slide, and for some reason it just does not want to focus. But there you go. We love that one just because we love looking at it, but also it's really helpful because Chris can look out and see, is there stuff on the slide cover that he needs to remove. All right, let's see what kind of a mess we have out here. Oh yeah, it is just a nice rainy day at the campground. One thing that Chris will do a little bit differently is with the electric, to the best of his ability, he will try to dry that a little bit. He already went through, we have some like rags that we keep around for this kind of stuff, but he already went through those. They're pretty soaked with some of the other things that he was doing, so now he has switched to just paper towels, and he's just going to do the best that he can. I mean, there's not much you can do about it. Everything's wet, so you just gotta kind of cut your losses and keep moving forward. What's that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's a spider too.
Watch out for those guys.
Yeah, it's actually pretty to see the web with the droplets on it. Not sure if you're going to be able to see that in the film, but probably not. Yeah, there you can see it. Just the spider web with all the droplets. Okay, well, we're supposed to be... Alright, let's focus. Focus.
Jenny.
What? We actually made a switch in our... We used to really just use the pull-out cord for our electric. Ours is a manual one, though. It's not, you know, there's not a button. I think the newer RVs, they just have a button that they get to push. But what Chris did was, now that he has... What did you get, Chris? You bought the surge protector, and then you brought that extension cord separate from that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now he uses an extension cord so that he doesn't have to pull the other thing out so far, if that makes sense. But you can do it either way. I mean, we pulled the thing out for like 2 years almost. Definitely like 1 year and 3/4. So it's definitely doable, but now he's found that this has just worked a little bit better for him. Like Chris mentioned, due to the cold weather, our tire pressure dropped on every single tire on the truck and the RV. So he's just going to take a minute to fill these tires. He filled all the rest of them until he got to the slide. That we had to wait till the slide came in. And we did purchase that little air compressor. I think we got it at like Walmart. I'll put the link in the description below, but it has worked out really great for us. It's been really nice and handy for Chris to have along so that he can just fill our tires as needed. And like I said, he does keep a good eye on it, especially for travel days, so that we don't end up with a flat tire somewhere. That's kind of your first defense against a flat tire. This is definitely taking longer in the rain because everything that he does, he then has to wipe off and try to dry before he puts it away again. A job almost well done. We're getting close. Yourself up, Chris. Seriously.
It's a muddy mess.
Okay. Well, I'm starting to get the feeling that we're just never going to get out of here because now Chris actually had to take a work phone call, so you're just gonna keep it going, just trying to actually leave exit from this campground. So while we're waiting for Chris, why don't you tell me what are your worst stories? And I'm not I mean, obviously there are worse things that can happen, you know, getting stranded on the road, those kinds of things, or like even a dangerous situation at times. Those are clearly the worst, but I'm talking about things where it's just like, you know, this is just not the picnic that I thought it would be. Like packing up and unpacking in the rain, because by the way, once we get done with all this, then we're gonna sit in the car wet, probably get dry. We have about a 2-hour drive, maybe not quite, so we'll be dry by the time we get there, and then we get to do it all over again because I'm pretty sure it's raining there as well. So it's just gonna be a wet and rainy and cold day. I don't mind rain. I don't even own an umbrella. I like the rain. I like to feel the rain, but when it's cold, I don't like it so much. That's just uncomfortable. But anyway, so tell me, what are some of your worst? What kind of fun stories have you had in the rain or packing up and unpacking? Let me know in the comments. Ooh, trying to thaw out a little bit. Actually, I could actually see my breath out there. What did you think of the experience, Chris? Whoa.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Difficult, to say the least. Yeah,
I know.
It's tough.
It actually, I mean, I knew it would add some time. It added a lot of time. It took us over an hour, and it usually takes us like a half hour.
If that, yeah. Yeah, it added a lot.
It just took forever.
Yes, I mean, everything is just such a mess.
Yeah.
So you don't want to just throw it all here. Put that down again.
Oh, sorry. What, you want to use your mirrors to drive? Okay, well, we'll see you at the next rainy stop. Well, we made it, and as you can see, We have completely dried out.
That's right.
Just in time.
Ready to go out in the rain again.
Yeah, it's not raining quite as hard here, but it is raining. So we will
persevere.
Persevere. Time to get registered and get set up. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.